If you saw my video from last week, you know that there was more here. But this week I decided we're just gonna keep this pug here. We'll name him Fred. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allie, and the time has come to talk about Younger, the finale. Oh my god, my breath. Oh my god, I feel like I've been running. My phone's about to die, and there was a lot in this episode, so I'm gonna try to contain it. Here we go. This week's episode of Younger was called Lizability, which is very clever. I love all of these titles, might I note. All right, so we have Liza and Cheryl. She's showing Liza around the new imprint that is supposed to be hers, what it holds and what it'll look like. Chick with the Y and weird. Then we have Kelsey finding out that Jake and his book are having this Biden party that he specifically asked her not to go to, which is like, she literally helped you write it. Then we have Quinn and Charles having like lunch, a meal, which at first seemed super shady because she was like, I didn't come here to like talk or something weird. And I'm like, if she confesses that she has feelings for him, she's gonna get hurt. But she doesn't. She tells Charles that she actually has been having investor meetings, whatever, on the low, that she actually wants to invest with Empirical, except the twist is she wants to make Millennial the head flagship and Empirical obviously on the down low, which is crazy because we all know, if we watch all the seasons, Millennial started very, very small and has grown huge, has gotten so much talk and awards and publishing stuff. It's big. So for Millennial now to be the new flagship of this whole company, like it's its own company, is crazy. So Charles tells Kelsey and Liza that news, which gives the option that Liza could stay, given that now the company is no longer like a liability really with her being there and her age, or like the company, you know, is not going under, so she could stay. But then she's like, no, because if Quinn comes, it'll be a clean slate. You know, she wouldn't have to hide anything in the long run. It'll just be better. So she keeps her word on the fact that she's gonna end up going to work for Cheryl Sussman for her own imprint called Chicky. We have a different storyline happening on the side, which is Maggie and Josh talking, discussing what happened last week's episode with Malky wanting a baby, and this time really considering if Josh wants to be a sperm donor. And he said he would do it for Maggie, and you know, she's like, what about Malky? So this is truly a question now, and he takes a moment to think about it. We're taken back to Liza and Quinn this time, and they're talking. She wants to know why Liza wants to leave, because she tells her that she's gonna have her own imprint. Like, it doesn't make sense for Liza to leave because she helped bring up Millennial, blah blah blah. And Liza spills the tea, okay? She sits here and tells Quinn that, like, I've been lying about my age, this is why I want to go, it'll be better. But then Quinn's like, we can spin this, we can make it work for us, you're gonna stay. Turning to another storyline, we have Enzo and Diana. They're in his new apartment. Cute, he's on his own now, and he's telling her about this new big job that the governor or the city asked him to do, and it's like the Fabberg, which is a bunch of waste in this big old thing. And Diana doesn't really take him seriously, and Enzo's feelings get hurt. So lead to the morning, they aren't really on good standing, and Diana feels more than she lets on because she has a lot more attitude. We kind of see the old Diana in a sense, with not really hearing things out, and she's just like, give me my coffee, book me this. And Liza just tries to be there for her, but we all know how Diana can get. Then we have Kelsey and Zayn. They share a moment, and he tells her that he was in love with her, which is like, okay, what? Which we kind of all knew because they did have the little moment when she was seeing both Zayn and Jake, but I didn't think it was that serious. But so he tells Kelsey that he loves her, but he still is angry with her. Cut to Charles and Liza. They're at some park fountain thing, and they're so cute because they're talking about what the future could entail for them, how they are to show the world a relationship, and how after he realized that she was actually 40 something, that they had a connection, they went on a date, and it's very cute scene. And of course, that does not last long. Back to Josh and his baby question drama, not drama, turns into drama. Lauren's like, we're gonna do this cacao ceremony. It'll help you figure out your answer. So he like slurps this thing and she gongs something and he has a vision. Okay, his vision includes a baby, okay, with Liza. Now, I have already been doubting that, or not doubting, I've already been mentioning that I do feel like Josh has been trying to reestablish things with Liza and restart their relationship because he's questioning it, you know, and this only really confirms it. I feel like he really does love Liza and is trying to work through all the stuff that happened between them, because the fact that he's having a vision to have a baby with her, oh my god, he just seems so happy and he was thrilled about it. He's like, yeah, I got my answer. So back to Liza having to tell Cheryl that it's over. She shows up at this restaurant thinking it's gonna be her and Cheryl, and of course it's not. Cheryl has this little chickie party and tells her like, I can't work for you, and Cheryl throws this big fit and tells her to get out, and that's kind of embarrassing. Then Enzo is doing his Fatberg thing. He ends up going missing. It's on the news. It's a big deal. Diana leaves and heads down to wherever the Fatberg thing was in like downtown. After Josh has the whole cacao ceremony, he tells Maggie like, I can't. I want to have a baby with someone that I love, which is like, yikes, because that person is Liza, who we all know is with Charles right now, and they're like in a full-on relationship now. It's not just some like, I don't know where we are, but we're going with the flow, because they're legit trying to work out their whole life to actually be in an open, free relationship now. Zayn ends up quitting. Kelsey's like, how could you quit? He's like, I can never work for you. And then it's kind of like, it's kind of insinuated that he has another job offer, which I don't know. He could just be having on a whole brave face and walking away from Kelsey so that she doesn't know how hurt he is now that Millennial is the big face. So with Diana running to downtown and going to see Enzo, my only thing that was running in my head when I was watching her like go through the people is, why is this the Cheetah Girls ending to the movie when Toto gets stuck in the sewer and like there's this crowd and like the fire engine people are there and they're trying to get him out. Sorry, Diana and the people of Younger, but that's honestly reminded me of the Cheetah Girls movie. But he's out and they hug, and basically their relationship is nice again because she hugged him when he was dirty. That's a big step for her because like, sis be wearing $1 million clothes. Okay, this is towards the end. This is where all the juicy stuff happens, so please bear with me. Quinn and Charles are meeting. She finds out that Liza and Charles have been having a relationship, and it was freaking Cheryl who spilled the beans, which I knew her little eyes and sly smile from last week's episode. I knew it was gonna come back and bite them in the butt. I knew it, and there it was. Cheryl ended up exploiting their relationship and telling Quinn, and now Quinn's like, tell me the truth, I can't spin that, and we have to pull back, which is like, this is all that they've been working for, and now it's going down the drain, all because of Cheryl. But Charles comes up with the plan. He's like, what happens if we don't have my face as the face of the company? And then we cut to the next scene. Oh my god, this is where I had a big breath and choked almost, because Lauren is doing some yoga. There's a knock at the door. She goes to answer it. She screams and closes it. And I'm like, was there a package? Like, what? Why did she just close the door? Josh comes out. He opens the door. It's freaking Claire. Yes, Claire, who at the beginning of the season was like, I'm not gonna go back, and Josh was all sad about it, and he basically spent the whole season like recovering from that. But here she is, not only at his doorstep, but at his doorstep freaking pregnant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The whole baby mess that like ensued from Malky and all that situation makes sense now. Obviously they couldn't just plant it out of nowhere. It like obviously had to evolve, and like this is how Claire gets brought back. But oh my god, why me? A part of me was like, why didn't she just showed up and the baby was like already born? But then that would confirm that Josh is the daddy. But I don't know, what's the time period within the whole younger life? I don't know. It could have been over a year and now she's pregnant, or it could have been 5 months and she's pregnant, because they had Christmas too. Their timeline makes me confused. But now that Claire's at his doorstep pregnant, oh my god. Guys, this is such a big deal, because like Liza's gonna find out, and like I don't know what kind of feelings that's gonna ensue. Like, what's gonna happen? All right, so anyways, we're cut back. There's a whole meeting parting thing at Empirical, and it's somebody tells people that Kelsey is now the new publisher face of Millennial / Empirical, whatever. Big deal now, because she's boss, and that he has a new position, which ends up being that he only comes in a couple of times a year for quotes and some money stuff, I don't know, which Liza doesn't realize is such a smaller job until Diana says so. And oh, they also tell the company that Quinn is investing, which we, the audience, already knew, but the company didn't know. So that's big celebration. Liza then follows Charles out and is like, hey, like, why did you do this? You're not gonna be the face of the company anymore. Let's fix this. I don't know. And he's like, Liza, I'm happy. I have everything I want. I have you. I have the girls. That he's like, I want to find a new life. Maybe my new life is this. And it just feels so many emotions, because the way he's saying it is like he really is happy. They kiss and they hold hands and they're walking off through the park. I think it's Bryant Park. Then their like happiness kind of like fades away, and they kind of like, I think it like hits them of what's happened, or I don't know, but it's no longer happy faces, and it's like, why? The Claire thing had me like, I was not expecting that. And now Liza and Charles are in question, because they were like happy, he was happy, but then they're walking off, and it's like, where is the happiness going? We waited so long for them to happen, and then we're kind of teased with the fact that Josh wants to get with Liza, and then Claire's gonna show up pregnant next season. Oh my god, I just need them to confirm that there's going to be a season 7. Please leave your comments below. I want to know what your reactions were to Claire, to Charles talking about his new life, being happy and having everything he wants, and what you thought of the season. Thank you so much for watching my video, and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, so that if I'm back next week with another video, you are alerted. All right, bye.